It really is that bad. I was happening across Twitter, scrounging about, doing a little walk through the cesspool, as it were, which thankfully Elon Musk is doing at least a decent job of draining, at least in my eyes. I think there's still a long way to go. I recently got a temporary ban because I said that men are men and women are women, essentially. But my personal grievances aside, I think the site's improving. And what did I see but a Project Veritas video talking about the government and its role in trafficking children. Color me surprised, but not really. So we're going to look at that. We're going to talk about the story really quick. Let's do it. So, they have a written breakdown of the video that I'm going to show you. It's on their website, projectveritas.com. But there, I read through this. There isn't really anything in here that isn't in the video. And I can't say it better than the video. So we're just going to hit play.
The tax dollars of people who are listening are paying to put children in the hands of criminals. I said, I need to make you aware. And they said, Tara, we don't get sued by traffickers.
Now for the context there, because that's kind of missing a little bit of context with the way they edit it. The person who was her supervisor was saying that if we hold on to kids in our facilities too long, human rights organizations or the families of the kids we're holding on to will sue us. Traffickers don't sue us. So her supervisor knowingly is releasing kids to traffickers because they're worried about being sued by human rights organizations, which are, by the way, almost entirely Democrat, top to bottom. Just saying.
Government whistleblower has stepped forward to Project Veritas to detail her harrowing experience at the Department of Health and Human Services. In 2021, this whistleblower volunteered to assist HHS with the placement of unaccompanied minors and was deployed to the Migrant Emergency Intake Site in Pomona, California. There, she witnessed the agency failing these children, as she puts it, doing the work of the cartels on your tax dollars.
These vulnerable children, we care for them, we clothe them, we feed them with your dollars and my dollars. We fly that product directly to the trafficker. God
I want to go back and look at that one more time.
forbid it's sex trafficking. Forbid it's sex trafficking. We fly that.
Action: recruit, harbor, transport, provides, patronizes, solicits, advertises, means, force, fraud, coercion, purpose, commercial sex act, labor, or services. In the case of minors, it's 99% prostitution of these minors.
Product directly to the trafficker. God forbid it's sex trafficking.
Project Veritas embarked on a 9-month investigation across the country to corroborate our whistleblower's claims.
So he attempted to traffic children, and he's still at address in Texas.
Yes. We have 44 unaccompanied children at that address. We have 25 unaccompanied children at that address.
Project Veritas put boots on the ground, visiting scores of addresses the whistleblower shared from case files she worked on. What we found was shocking.
¿Quién te patrocinó a
La
ti?
tía, pero me corrió en la casa. Ella me ofrecía y a mí no me gustaba eso.
¿Te ofrecía qué?
Me ofrecía con los hombres, pues.
Pero ella, ¿cuántos hombres ella te...
Texas Penal Code violation breakdown there. I mean, I don't really think that's necessary. I think we can all agree prostituting children is morally, ethically reprehensible.
obligó a estar con cuántos hombres?
Bueno, con muchos, ni porque no me gustaba lo que metía.
Doesn't remember how many men she was forced to have sex with.
Alguien que se...
Forced to be raped by.
The sponsor can hold up that order of deportation to that child and say, if you do not do what I say, I'm going to call ICE on you myself. I don't believe that this is something that HHS wants people to know. If you're a case manager and you know this information, if you really care about the children being safe. You need.
How anyone looks at this and doesn't immediately stop voting for the current administration and all of its subsidiaries and giving money to all of its corollaries, I don't understand. This is a problem created by, perpetuated by, funded by, and fundraised upon by Democrats. This is a money printing machine for them at every level. The reason the border is open is because these kids come in, they get trafficked, they get to make money through the human rights associations, the human rights non-profit organizations. Those organizations donate to Democrats. The ACLU gets to have a field day doing lawfare for immigrants. And you think Jeffrey Epstein and people like him don't rely on migrant kids a lot of the time to keep their supply full? This is what the Democrats have done for this country and for these kids. They've put them on the street to be trafficked, abused, and when this lady here whistleblows, she's cut off from the system. That is one detail that was not in the video that is covered in this story. When she whistleblew and raised concerns about the welfare of these kids, they just cut her off from the system. She can't go into the website and do her job anymore. She's essentially been fired. I think she was a volunteer. This is child trafficking, rape of children, being funded by the U.S. government. And they know what's going on. Of course they know what's going on. In a sane world, in a just world, Biden and his entire administration would be put on trial for everything that's happening to these kids, treason, and several other charges. And I don't see an argument against that unless you're willing to admit that you're just a tribal partisan who doesn't care what happens as long as your side's in power. I care about what happens to kids. And that's why, by the way, I'm going to take this off the screen really quick. I have an interview with this gentleman right here over on Twitch coming up. Chris Armitage, he's written a book on this very subject. I ordered the book. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to be interviewing him on Twitch when we get a hard date set. You can best believe I'll be advertising it. In the meantime, folks, all I can say is be active. Be active in the conversation. Make people aware of this stuff. This can't go on. This is evil. And every second you're not actively doing what you can to stop this is a second that evil is spreading. And that's all I have for you. We'll see you later. Don't forget to come by the Twitch stream if you want to witness all the madness and live living Technicolor. Appreciate you being here regardless, one way or the other. Welcome to the adventure.